Hey guys, Jam Deeper again. I thought I'd go around the Jeep since I haven't done it in a while and show you guys what I've been up to. I'm not really sure when I did the last walk around video, but I feel like I was just excited to actually get it running again. So I did a quick walk around, nothing special. Even still, I mean, it's nothing special. It's just what I enjoy doing. So I guess first off, we can start under the hood. It's kind of a mess, but it's a Jeep, get over it. The yellow top, obviously, and I've got this must be a bird living under my hood or something. I'm not even gonna attempt to explain that shit. This looks good. This is actually like the latest thing I did. I have these under hood lights. Probably the best easy, cost-effective mod. Well worth it for sure. With these lights, I've wired them into here. This is the stock gravity switch. So with it wired in there, just with the stock harness, and then this is the wiring to the actual lights. So when I shut the hood, the lights will just turn off because the gravity switch falls. So I don't have to worry about flipping the switch or anything. I took my Spectre cal intake that used to run into here, and what I did was chop the ends off of it, and I took the filter and went and bought another slinky tube and some pipe from just some cheap sewer, probably shit pipe from Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and then another slinky tube, and basically just put the filter in line with the slinky tubes. I can route it wherever I want. It seemed most convenient. I did put a snorkel on since the last time, and with the snorkel coming out the driver's side like this, I couldn't use the Spectre filter. So, I mean, I could, I just had it rigged up all weird, and this seemed to be my best option. Also under here we have this air compressor, a cheap little Harbor Freight setup. It's awesome. It is one of the coolest mods that I have done. Super convenient. The hose here runs down basically under the Jeep, follows the fuel lines, and if we go back here, there's the chuck. So I can tap into it. I had it under the my old bumper before, and it just got caked with mud all the time and stuff, but this keeps it clean, keeps all the crap out of it. Works out good. I can go, you know, from about 12 to 30, about 5 or 7 minutes a tire, I think is what I had it at. So I mean, it's not super fast, but it's pretty awesome for a $60 setup. Next, what else do I have on here? I don't think I had Bilsteins last time I did it. The walk around video. I might have, because I did it right after I built it, or finished that rebuild of the second camshaft, I think. So inside, I have set up my switches. I've taken the stock panel out. These switch panels, I'll put the name of the guy I got them from. I follow him on Instagram. Wizard GCT, I believe, if I remember right, is his name. I've got USBs. Here's my rear lights. Backup. Oh, let's see. Floodlights. Oh, those are on my front bumper. Squatch lights, my light bar. And then the fan. Auxiliary fan under the hood. The dude has a gang of different setups, so you can just tell him what you want. He'll 3D print it for you, and you'll be set. Super awesome. That's what all that wiring was up under the hood. I know how to make a mess out of it, so I did. What else we got in here? I think that's it in here. Nothing too special. I did get a little CB mic hook. Got that there. Yeah, that's about it up here. I did have sliders. I remember that. I believe I had the 4.5-inch leafs on when I did that my last walk around. I now have 3-inch leafs, 3.5-inch leafs, and the 1.5-inch shackles with HD off-road engineering boxes. So with my last setup, I had 4.5-inch lift leafs and my shackles were stock. So every time I'd hit a bump, you can see the shackles would just bottom out onto the body. It was not a good setup. Rookie move. Definitely learned my lesson. HD off-road engineering boxes, pretty easy install. I absolutely love how it rides now. I may even go the next lower down bolt just to kind of level out the ride. With all the weight that I have now, sits a little low when I'm loaded and packed up. From here, I snagged me a rooftop tent. Definitely an awesome investment for getting out, family, kids, load up in the Jeep, take off, man. Anywhere you want to camp, set it up. I found this one on Amazon. They do sell them on Amazon, this tough stuff. So, super awesome. My rack set up. A lot of people ask me about it, and it's pretty awesome that I can tell them that I found most of this stuff at a junkyard, and I didn't really pay much for it, but I got lucky. These crossbars are from the roof, or from the junkyard. Only this one's missing the key barrel. The rest of them have key barrels, but I don't have keys, so this is actually a better safety lock than one with a key, because this will just sit here and spin without it. So I do have 4 of the stock crossbars up on the top, so when I want, I can take the rest of this basket and hook it up and just U-bolt it down to the stock rails, and I can have a full basket set up if I don't have the tent on here. So that's pretty convenient if we go somewhere that I don't need the tent. Limb risers, pretty easy install as well. Just get some turnbuckles so you can adjust the tension, and they run down to these little U-bolts that I got drilled into the fenders. So let's see that setup. It's pretty simple. I like to keep it simple. I'm wasting too much time or energy into simple. So now onto the cool stuff. I've got the Smittybilt XRC bumper with tire carrier. What I've done, the U-bolts come with it for the high lift. They're actually meant to mount up high, so you can have it right on top, basically where that box is. It would be sitting up there. It also comes with these 90-degree light brackets. What I've done is taken the high lift, scooted it down, and I put this cargo box up here. It's actually a World War II rocket container. It's pretty awesome if you can read that. Oh. .225 rocket container, MK2, 1945. It's the good old days. It's definitely waterproof. It's got a nice seal in it. I keep the quick access stuff, the toe straps, ratchet straps, my air hoses, all that stuff that I don't want to dig in the back for if I don't need to. That's how my high lift's set up. The only negative, that I can't get it to fit with a wiper blade on there. But when you have all this stuff sitting in the back, you can't even see out the window, so it doesn't really matter to me. Anyways, here's my drawer setup. I have another quick little video on this setup. I didn't make any drawings or anything. I basically just whipped it together. It's been over a year since I've made it, and it's held up pretty good. This is just speaker box carpet. You could just go to your local stereo installation place, and I mean, it's pretty cheap. This is vinyl wrapped plywood. It's sticking pretty good, so you don't have to worry about chip and paint or anything. I got these little latches off Amazon. Probably the most expensive thing on here on the drawer setup is those latches. So just a little storage spot, had some space to kill. Good spot for some U-joints. This drawer, it's got my grill set up in it. I'm still trying to figure out the best setup for this. I mean, it works awesome, but I want to get to a point where I can just route the propane hose maybe back along the side and have it come out here and have a tank out here somewhere. I don't even have to worry about it but to turn it on, and it's all hooked up. But that's about it. Oh, well, not really. Here's some lights. I got my switch down here. Got lights up there and lights here. So at night, well, even in the daytime, lights it up pretty good. It's definitely nice when you're out camping and cooking at night. So that's that back here. let's see what's next. Do have lights back here. Those are on the switches up front. Guess we can go back up front here. Check this out. JCR 1-ton steering. Nice and dirty. My steering box is a little leaky, but what doesn't leak? Turned out pretty good. I ended up buying the tapered bit and doing it the way they suggest to do it. It's pretty solid, besides me being a jackass and not really getting a good alignment done. Rides good, rides smooth. I don't even have the stabilizer on, and I don't get any sway or anything like that. So no death wobble, none of that. Iron Rock off-road control arms, top and bottom. That was the cure to my death wobble. What I found is the bushings throughout will just obviously go bad, and you get so much play up in the front that the whole axle can just move back and forth. Obviously that's not good. That's happened in both of my Jeeps, and it's cured it in both of my Jeeps by replacing control arm bushings, or the whole control arms, however you want to do it. And that's about it. I did end up getting a new light bar, and my last one had a bad ground somewhere inside of it, I would assume, because it would kind of just it would give that ground whistle, the ground whine. I'd turn it on and I could hear it from the inside. It's just a really bad whine, and I was blowing fuses, having to replace fuses, and everything down in here would just get hot, and that's why it's a big old cluster, because I ended up fixing all of that and had some almost charred wires. It was kind of sketchy, but I guess that's what you get for buying a cheap ass light bar. This one's held up pretty good though. No point in spending a shitload on one thing when you could spend a shitload on a bunch of things. So there she is. Also, here's a little bonus snippet. That is a Jeep cut in half. My plans are to turn this baby into an adventure trailer. I have another set of doors that I will take. Well, so there's another hatch. I got another color matched hatch that I'll put here, and it'll kind of match body lines, go down. I'll find a way to mount it up down low and up high, give it some good bracing. And then I have another set of doors that will fill in, I'll cut and fill in this gap here. I'll obviously leave the gap here so I can still open these doors and get in here for storage or stuff that I store in there. I'll end up making a large drawer setup here, maybe with some latches open up here and there, drawers that go out the back. It's definitely a slow project, but it should be pretty awesome because I can just throw the tent on this. That way when I go camping or whatever, I can just park this and drive around in the Jeep and not have to worry about taking the tent down to drive anywhere. So old 4.5-inch leaves, and here's the rest of the basket I was telling you about, where I can take my tent off and put the rest of the basket up there. for storage, throw totes and stuff up there. But I'm sure a lot of you will be asking about this cut in half Jeep watching the rest of the video, so thanks for watching.